Section 13, additional costs buyers should consider. The costs buyers don't always expect. In the last section, we discussed the closing costs buyers typically encounter before completing their purchase. We also learned the importance of preparing buyers early so they understand that the down payment is only one part of the financial picture. Even after discussing closing costs, there is one more conversation every real estate professional should have with their buyer. Unexpected expenses. These aren't necessarily hidden costs. They're simply expenses that buyers often overlook because they are focused on qualifying for the loan and purchasing the home. Helping buyers prepare for these additional costs is another way real estate professionals protect the public and reduce unnecessary stress during the transaction. Every home is different. One of the most important things buyers should understand is that no two real estate transactions are exactly alike. The type of property, the loan program, the location, and even the condition of the home can affect the expenses they may encounter. Some buyers may only pay for a standard home inspection and appraisal. Others may need additional inspections or evaluations, depending on the property they choose. Preparing buyers for these possibilities helps eliminate surprises later. Home inspections. Although many buyers focus on obtaining financing, one of the most valuable investments they can make is a professional home inspection. A home inspection gives buyers an opportunity to better understand the condition of the property before completing the purchase. Depending on the property, buyers may also choose additional inspections involving the roof, HVAC system, sewer line, pool, chimney, or other components. While these inspections represent an additional expense, they often provide valuable information that helps buyers make informed decisions before closing. The appraisal is another expense buyers sometimes overlook. Unlike a home inspection, which evaluates the condition of the property, an appraisal helps the lender determine whether the property's market value supports the loan amount. Sometimes the appraised value matches the purchase price. Sometimes it does not. If the appraisal is lower than expected, the buyer and seller may need to renegotiate the purchase price. The buyer may contribute additional funds, or the parties may exercise rights provided under the purchase contract. Understanding this possibility before it happens helps buyers remain calm if an appraisal issue arises. Arizona broker tip. One of the best questions you can ask your buyer is, besides your down payment, have you set aside funds for inspections, the appraisal, and other unexpected expenses? Many buyers have carefully planned for the purchase price, but forget about the smaller expenses that occur throughout escrow. That simple conversation often helps buyers avoid unnecessary financial stress. Property-specific expenses. Some homes require additional evaluations before closing. For example, rural properties may require inspections involving private wells or septic systems. Homes located within homeowners associations may involve HOA transfer fees or document fees. Certain loan programs may also require additional inspections before financing can be completed. Not every buyer will encounter these expenses, but every buyer should understand they are possible. Real-world example. Ryan and Stephanie had carefully planned for their down payment and estimated closing costs. After going under contract on a home outside the city, they learned the property had a private well and septic system. Their lender recommended additional inspections before closing. Although the inspections increased their upfront expenses, the buyers appreciated learning about the property's condition before completing the purchase. Because their real estate agent had already discussed the possibility of additional property-specific costs, they were financially prepared and the transaction continued without unnecessary stress. Helping buyers plan ahead. One of the easiest ways to help buyers avoid financial surprises is to encourage them to maintain a financial cushion beyond their estimated down payment and closing costs. Unexpected expenses can occur in almost any transaction. Having additional funds available provides flexibility and reduces stress if additional inspections, repairs, or lender requirements arise during escrow. Although every buyer's financial situation is different, encouraging thoughtful planning is simply good professional practice. Your role as the real estate professional. Your responsibility is not to predict every possible expense. Instead, help buyers understand that additional costs may arise depending on the property and the financing involved. Introduce these possibilities early, encourage buyers to ask questions, and refer technical questions to the appropriate professionals when necessary. By preparing buyers instead of surprising them, you help create a smoother transaction while remaining within the scope of your Arizona real estate license. Contract law connection. The Arizona Residential Resale Real Estate Purchase Contract allows buyers to conduct inspections, satisfy financing requirements, and complete other due diligence before closing. Helping buyers understand that these activities may involve additional expenses supports informed decision-making, improves communication, and helps reduce contract disputes later in the transaction. Online discussion. Question 1. Why is it important for buyers to budget for additional expenses beyond their down payment and closing costs? Additional expenses such as inspections, appraisals, HOA fees, or property-specific evaluations may arise during escrow. Planning for these costs helps buyers avoid financial surprises and reduces the likelihood of delays before closing. Question 2. Why is a home inspection different from an appraisal? Answer. A home inspection evaluates the condition of the property, while an appraisal estimates the property's market value to help the lender determine whether the loan amount is appropriate. Question 3. How can a real estate professional help buyers prepare for unexpected transaction costs? Answer. Agents can introduce the topic early, encourage buyers to maintain financial reserves, explain that additional costs vary from property to property, and refer buyers to qualified professionals when technical questions arise.